This is Challenge 6 of the Challenge Tuesday series. I'm Cassandra and this is Calix from Nanny Knows. And today we will be discussing power struggles and how to manage those very difficult situations. Power struggles are difficult for most families. Many parents feel like they need to stay consistent or force their child to do it their way so that the parents win. Other parents feel so much pressure that it's easier to just give in and to just give the child whatever they want to avoid conflict, so the kids win. But how about this? Let's stop making power struggles about winning. Focusing on your relationship with your child is more important than getting them to be compliant, even though you can accomplish both. Just like any other situation, knowing how to handle these types of situations can make all the difference. When it comes to effective discipline, empathy is a great place to start, but there's no guarantee that empathy will end the conversation. In fact, your child may dig their heels in and push even harder. Unfortunately, forcing our kids to do what we want doesn't always work. There's no reason for a child to bother with seeking control unless they are feeling completely out of control. When kids are digging their heels into these controlling or strong-willed behaviors, they are feeling quite powerless. When your conversations, your pleading and struggles turn into arguments, you are teaching your child not to trust their own perceptions, but rather to rely on yours. What happens in a power struggle? You feel like you're not in control. You're emotional, you get angry, you act impulsively, and you become reactive. You give ultimatums, and the focus shifts to you and not your child. So once you realize that the need for control is fear-based, it becomes a lot easier to handle. Change begins with building an awareness around how you communicate. Giving your child something they can control gets you on the same team, and it helps meet the child's need for control and keeps them working within your boundaries. When children feel like they are in control, they stop trying to take control in ways that lead to power struggles. By taking the threats away, they become more calm and peaceful people. The goal is not for you to win or for your child to win. The goal is about keeping the relationship strong and moving forward in a positive direction together. When we are engaged in a power struggle, our brains are going into fight or flight. We're not thinking clearly and rationally. We're not calmly exploring our options or working to find a compromise. And we're definitely not focused on maintaining a strong relationship with our kids. Now, getting angry gives your child the power to continue. Instead, focus on getting your child on your team and working with you as opposed to against you. So instead of focusing on winning any power struggle, focus on being conscious of what is going on in your brain so that you can remain calm and handle the situation differently. Start by validating your relationship with your child. You can tell them, "You are my child and I love you. Nothing will ever change that." So this ensures that your connection remains strong, and no matter what your child does or feels, that your love for them is unconditional. Then state what you see. Put their behavior into words. For example, if they don't want to bath, you can tell them something like, "I hear you. You don't want to take a bath right now. It's so hard to stop playing. And I bet when you grow up, you'll never stop playing. You'll play all night and all day. You'll probably never ever go to bed. Here, let's fly this aeroplane all the way up to the bath." What you've done here is allowed your child to feel understood and they feel heard. You validated their feelings and then you fantasized about what life would be like when they are older. Now, remember that children are not always out to get you. When they are showing the need for authority, look at it from a different perspective. Instead of seeing them as argumentative, see them as leaders, as decisive little people who are independent and self-reliant. Not every power struggle can be avoided, but if you feel like you're spending most of your day locked in a disagreement with your kids, it might be time to explore some other options. Power struggles are not fun, So why not make these situations fun, and before they turn into the dreaded power struggles, have fun with your child and play silly games and simply reconnect with your child. We feel we need to get strict, to discipline our kids, or be the firm parents that lay down the law. This is what makes parenting so hard, and this is why we don't enjoy parenting, because it isn't fun. So my advice, make it fun. This is especially true if your child is feeling powerless and needs that sense of control. Give it to them in a playful way by them telling you what you need to do in a game, where they also have choices. So, for example, your child doesn't want to get dressed. You can say, "Oh my goodness, I really don't want to get your clothes out the cupboard right now. That's no fun at all. Please help my body to the cupboard to pick out 2 shirts for you to wear." And then as your child pretends to drag you all the way to the cupboard for you to get 2 shirts, again be playful and dramatic. You can say, "Oh my goodness, it's so hard to decide which one you should wear. Can you please choose?" Then you can say, "Oh, it's so difficult to put these on you. Can you please help me?" It is also through play that children process emotions, stress, and tension. But most importantly, it rebuilds your connection with your child. This isn't about giving in, because you're not. It's also not about winning. It's about working together as a team in ways that work for both of you in order to establish cooperation. I hope you enjoyed this video and can put some of these tips into practice to build the best relationship with your child without feeling like you're in a constant tug of war for control. Bye!
Bye. See you soon.